To calculate the radius of the orbit, velocity and the energy of the revolving electron, we will use the two conditions. Number one, that the centripetal force required by the electron to revolve around the nucleus will be mv square by r, and it will be equal to k times of charge on the nucleus, that is Ze, if Z is the atomic number of the atom, and charge on electron divided by the distance between them square. Here m is the mass of electron, v is the velocity of electron, that suppose we are taking the nth orbit, and r is the radius of orbit, and we are considering here nth orbit. K is the proportionality constant, that is has the value 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught as per the Coulomb's law, that gives 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 by r square if the charges are separated by distance r, then the F represents the Coulomb force. Second equation which we will use is mvr, that is the angular momentum of the electron in nth orbit, is the integral multiple of n multiplied by h by 2 pi. To find the radius of the orbit, we square the second equation and we will get m square v square r square, that is equal to n square into h square by 4 pi square. This is the equation number 1, equation number 2 and equation number 3. Now to find the value of r, we have to eliminate the v. For this purpose, we divide equation third by 1. Equation third is m square v square by into r square, that is equal to n square h square by 4 pi square, and equation 1 is mv square by r equal to kze into e by r square, and if we bring this r square on left hand side, we will have mv square r, that is equal to kze square, and on dividing we will have m square v square r square divided by mv square r, that is equal to nh square by 4 pi square divided by kze square. Simplifying, this v square get cancelled, 1 r get also cancelled, and 1 m is also get cancelled. So remaining is mr, that is equal to, this is the n square h square by 4 pi square into 1 by kze square. So r will be n square h square by 4 pi square into k into m into e square into z. Hence we can say r is proportional to n square by z, where n is the nth orbit and z is the atomic number of the atom. And we can also write r, that is the radius of the nth orbit, it will be equal to n square into by z into the Bohr radius r0, where r0 is equal to 0.53 angstrom. So for hydrogen atom, radius of nth orbit will be, for hydrogen atom we know z is 1, so we replace z by 1, it will be simply n square into r0. So using this formula we can find the radius of the hydrogen and hydrogen like atoms. Next, to find velocity of the revolving electron. To find the velocity of electron, we will use again the equations, the centripetal force mv square by r, that is equal to k into ze into e by r square. So we can write this equation as mv square r, that is equal to kze square. Say this is the equation number 1. Another equation is the angular momentum mvr is quantized, that is, it is n into h by 2 pi. So equation number 2 will be mvr equal to n into h by 2 pi. Now to find the velocity, we divide equation 1 by 2. We will get mv square r by mvr, that is equal to kze square by n into h by 2 pi. Here this m get cancelled, r get also cancelled, and one of the v get cancelled. So we will have v equal to 2 pi k ze square by nh. This implies that v, that is the velocity of electron in nth orbit, is proportional to z by n. And if we substitute the values of the constants, then velocity of the nth orbit will be equal to 2.18 into 10 raised to the power 6 z by n meter per second. So far we have found the expression for the radius of nth orbit and the velocity of electron in the nth orbit using the two expression for the centripetal force and the quantization of angular momentum. Now using this equation, we have to find the expression for the kinetic energy, potential energy, and the total energy of the electron in the hydrogen-like atoms. Kinetic energy is half mv square. So using the expression first expression is that centripetal force mv square by r is equal to kze square by r square, and one r get cancelled, so mv square is equal to kze square by r. Therefore kinetic energy of nth orbit will be equal to half mv square. So this will be equal to half of kze square by r. Now we replace this r from the expression number 3, and it becomes kze square, and r is having the value n square h square divided by 4 pi square km e square z. So the expression will be, these two get cancelled here, so it is 2 pi square then k square e raised to the power 4 into m into z square divided by n square h square. So this is the kinetic energy of the electron in the nth orbit. Similarly, we have to find the potential energy. Potential energy is the relation, it is the electrical potential energy 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0, that is the replaced by k here, into one of the charge is Ze. This is the charge on the nucleus, it is positive charge, and charge on the electron is negative, divided by the distance between them, that is the radius of the orbit. So it will give minus k ze square by r. Again here we will replace this r, so we have k ze square divided by n square h square into 4 pi square k m e square z. So we can write it is minus 4 pi square k square e raised to the power 4 then m and z square by n square h square. This is the potential energy in nth orbit. And now total energy in nth orbit will be equal to the kinetic energy in nth orbit plus potential energy in the nth orbit, and if we sum these two expressions, we will have 2 pi square k square e square mz4 divided by n square h square plus, and potential energy is minus 4 pi square k square e raised to power 4 mz square divided by n square h square. So it will give minus 2 pi square k square, this is e raised to the power 4 mz raised to the power z square, this is square, divided by n square h square. This is the total energy in nth orbit. So from this we can conclude that total energy in nth orbit is proportional to z square by n square. If we substitute the value of the constants, we will have total energy is minus 13.6 electron volt, and in joules we can write it is minus 2.18 into 10 raised to the power minus 18 into z square by n square into z square by n square joules. Here we have to note that if we put this kinetic energy equal to x, then potential energy will be equal to minus of 2x and total energy will be equal to minus of x. So we can conclude that the magnitude of kinetic energy and the total energy are equal, but sign is opposite. So we can write that total energy equal to minus of kinetic energy, or we can say also kinetic energy equal to minus of total energy. Similarly, if we relate total energy and potential energy is minus x and potential energy is minus 2x. So we can write that potential energy is twice of the total energy.